Got the pick right, and yeah, the Niners get their first division win of the year. Here are the highlights from Thursday Night Football.
Hangs in the pocket, fires too deep and intercepted at the 1-yard line. He had 4 guys come in, and Matthew Wright, who's been around, typical journeyman. Purdy dancing, wide open, making the grab. Samuel, the tackle is missed. Debo off to the end zone. Going to run it back here. Chenault had a good run back on the opening kickoff. It takes this one to the 30. The ball is loose. 41-yard attempt. Right down. Good tonight. And he's good for a 20-yard attempt. Purdy throws, and right at the same time. Meanwhile, breaking tackle, and he breaks free. Chenault, exactly what the Seahawks need. So 5 wide here. Looking that way, throwing that way, it's there. Around, still motioning. Meanwhile, Walker goes to the end zone for the touchdown. Rush 4. Dancing in the pocket. Intercepted. Picked off by Green. Purdy. Shoulder shake. Throws into traffic. Kittle. Touchdown. Gas here for the Seahawks. Can they get it in? Smith under pressure. Throws. They can. Start on the ground. Sideline being chased.
Oh, he's going to his wife.
Check.
Here's
well,
going
that'll seal the deal.
And with that, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to the NFL. Of course, please like and subscribe. Hope you guys enjoyed the Week 6. I'm going to fix that. Alright, Week 6 Thursday Night Football recap. Obviously, we did have an NFC West matchup go down last night. And in it, the Niners, I wouldn't say, blew them out, but they definitively won this one, of course, being able to close that out late in the fourth quarter. And, yeah, getting a 12-point win, winning their first game in the NFC East in the year and getting a big bounce-back win. Overall, obviously, they moved back to 500. Seahawks now lost their 3rd straight, obviously. Again, offensively, they kind of just didn't really show up for part of it, obviously, as well, and just weren't able to keep up. And then the defense, 3 straight weeks now, they on average, they've given up over 35 points after only giving 14 the first 3 weeks. Seahawks team in a little bit of trouble. They'll be going to Atlanta next week. Meanwhile, the Niners they're hosting the Chiefs in a pretty big Super Bowl rematch, if you don't remember from last year. But obviously, we'll get to that next week. But obviously, looking at the Niners, Brock Purdy was really solid overall, 18 of 28 with 255, 3 touchdowns. He rarely put the ball in harm's way. I maybe sent 2 throws he did. Really, the only thing I'd like to see him do a little bit better is maybe stepping out of the pocket a little more and really trying to, again, put these in some, what is called tighter hole throws. Again, he didn't have to make too many big-time throws in this one. Again, I think he had some opportunities to make those throws, and that'll really elevate this offense if he's able to do that. Running game, the O-line, I think, was fantastic in this one overall. I mean, you saw they ran the ball really, really well. Patrick Killer, not so much, but he kind of stinks, so, I mean, that's why. Obviously, Kyle should get the game-clinching touchdown, but Isaac Guerrero, you saw that 60-plus yard run was, again, it would really boost up the yards per carry by a lot. But again, it was a product that offensive line continuing to be able to beat downhill really, really well and be able to penetrate. And when that does happen, I wouldn't say they're just again when it came to them sustaining blocks and really getting on guys, it wasn't as good as again it really ever has been. But it wasn't great. But again, the fact they were able to penetrate super well, again, that run really showed it. Obviously, he had a pretty solid game overall, almost 100 yards again. And his first, again, true really shot here. But again, for a rookie, really solid game. Jordan Mason also had 9 carries for 73 yards before, of course, he left the game. I think it was a concussion or something. I hope he gets better. Again, he's got a couple extra days to do it. But yeah, that looks pretty little funky. I'll say that. Brock Purdy also scrambled a little bit. Receiving wise, of course, Debo with the 76-yard touchdown. My bad, catch and run, similar to a lot of those long touchdowns he has. For George Kittle, obviously 558, two big touchdowns. Again, he has had 7 multi-touchdown games in his career. 3 of those have been against the Seahawks. Brandon Ayuk also 2 catches for 37 yards. Kind of quiet day for everybody outside of, again, a guy like George Kittle. But overall, pretty efficient day from these receivers. Defensively, Fred Warner was really good, 11 tackles. I wouldn't say he was as good as in coverage as we've seen in the past couple weeks, but still really solid. Diamond Oiler, outside of the fact, again, he gave up that, what is it called, kind of like blue contain on that kick return touchdown. He was pretty solid. Jared Brown has consistently been a good player for them, again, when Tulu Nufung has been out. Ronaldo Green and Malik Mustafa, the 2 rookies they, of course, drafted, have been really solid so far in their career, and, of course, both had interceptions in this one as well. Devontae Campbell did a pretty solid job, again, in a pretty low-profile role. George Odom also had 6 tackles. Matthew Wright, again, the guy they picked up out of free agency because of obviously not having a kicker with Jake Moody messing up his leg. Matthew Wright, again, was the guy to do it, and he hit 3 field goals for them. And then, obviously, when we look at the Seahawks, again, pretty inconsistent day for Geno Smith. He did have 2 bad interceptions. There's no way around that. But he did still throw for 300 yards for, like, the 5th straight week. Again, the Seahawks offense, like, the past 3 weeks, to be honest with you guys, again, it's kind of been window dressing and cosmetic stuff, putting up, like, a score because it wasn't really this close. And, well, honestly, this probably projects it a little better. But it was a one-score game at one point. Obviously, though, Geno had that touchdown. Again, it would have looked a lot worse if, again, he didn't throw that one, like, on the last drive. Running game was atrocious. The O-line really struggled in this one to get, what is called, to create any sort of gaps. And Kenneth Walker didn't really read any sort of holes, even if there was one, well at all. Receiving-wise, Tyler Lockett had a nice catch as well as a touchdown, so that is something. Noah Fant was pretty good overall. And JSN, he worked pretty well in the slot. I just don't think he created enough separation in this one. DK Metcalf caught blocked up. There's no way around it. Like, again, without having Charvarius Ward, again, he got just completely locked up, to be honest. Diamondor Lenore did a really good job on him. Kenneth Walker also had 8 catches for 37 yards, kind of these dump-off passes is there. Jack Charbonnet, though, and A.J. Bonner both had pretty explosive plays as well. Meanwhile, for this defense, Julian Love did have a 10-tackle game, but not the greatest game you'll see from him probably all year because that was really bad. Tyler Dotson, though, had 7 tackles. He was pretty solid overall, again, off of a week where he looked a little bit banged up, but this week looked a little bit more like what we're used to seeing. Outside that, though, really, pass rush was non-existent, and the secondary really struggles to, again, be consistent in zone coverage. And when that does happen, and you're not able to stay, stay in your zones and really can take guys on and communicate well, it's hard to win football games. For the team stats, though, both teams had over 350 yards. The Niners had nearly 500 on 228 rushing yards. That's a bet problem for the Seahawks, again, on 8 yards per play, which is just freaking ridiculous. And, guys, that's always been a problem with the Seahawks. Their run defense, at least the past, 3 years, has been atrocious. Really, the past 2. But, again, they can't tackle well. They're not physical. And, again, Mike McDonald's got to fix that. Because if they're not able to do that, simply stop the run, they're going to have trouble, again, consistently being able to play well. Because, again, against these better teams, they're going to get their absolute butt shellacked. Both teams were really efficient on third down. I think either defense did a good job in that facet of the game. Punts, again, dead even. Again, when it came down to the Niners, I think, controlled the ball for a pretty good amount of time. This doesn't really reflect it. Yeah, 3 turnovers by the Seahawks didn't help them, their case either. But with that, that's all I got for you guys in this week. What is it called? 6 Thursday Night Football recap. Again, both teams sitting at 3-3 now. And, yeah, the NFC West, unexpectedly, is going to have a 500 team in first place. I don't even know the last time that's been a possibility there. But it's been a while. That's all I know. So I got for you guys here. Hope you guys enjoyed the Week 6 Thursday Night Football recap. And see you for the preview on Sunday. Again, 6:30 in the morning at bright and early like last week. Because, again, we have another London game. And it'll be the same thing next week as well.
He deals it. And Fry in the air. Deep left field. This is back. This is up and gone. David Fry.